Hello students, welcome back to Unit 5. In this video, we will work on Section 4, listening. So first, let's look at the listening strategy. Predict using titles. Predict is like predicer. The title of a talk or podcast can give you information about what you are going to hear. Once you know the title of the talk, try to guess what the speaker is going to say. This will prepare you to understand. Por ejemplo, cuando ustedes llegan a clase de inglés, ok, clase de inglés, vamos a aprender inglés. Solo es un ejemplo. So the title of this podcast is This is How I Study. So, ¿qué piensas? Yo pienso que these students are going to talk about how they study, cómo ellos estudian. But first, let's listen.
Listening. Activity B. Listen and make notes about each speaker's study habits. Then, answer the questions.
Hi, welcome to This is How I Study with your host, Mark Maroon. Today, we'll talk to 3 students with very different study habits. Let's start with Tamara.
I follow a strict routine when I study. I have to be in a completely quiet room or I can't concentrate. I also make sure I have lots of sharp pencils. First, I go through my notes and highlight the most important ideas. Then, I make a new set of notes that I can review before the exam. I also do extra problems for my math and science classes if I don't understand everything perfectly.
Thanks, Tamara. It sounds like you are very organized. Next up, we will hear from Ken. Ken, can you tell us about your study habits?
Sure. Honestly, I tend to procrastinate a lot. I usually wait until the night before the exam to study. Then I go to a cafe and read all the important information from the textbook. Sometimes it's the first time I've actually read the book. I know it isn't the best way to study, but I pass my classes at least.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Now, let's hear Alice talk about her study habits.
I have a study group. Before our study party, we make flashcards with all the most important information. Then, a few days before the exam, everybody in the group comes to my house. Each person brings a dish to share. We sit around the living room eating delicious food, and we go through the flashcards. It's like a game.
All right, so let's talk about study habits. So some things that Tamara does in her spot, she said she follows a strict routine. I'm going to see if I can open up a Word document and type this for you. All right, so Tamara, Ken, Alice. All right, so Tamara likes a strict routine. Her other habit is a quiet place to study. She makes sure that she has sharp pencils. She highlights important information. And if she has a hard time, she does extra problems. All right. And Ken said that he procrastinates. He studies the night before he reads the information in the book and he admits it is not the best way to study. That is correct. Please do not be like Ken. Alice says that she has a study group. A study group is a group of students that study together. They make flashcards and they bring a dish. When we use bring a dish, that means everyone brings food, they eat together, and study. All right. So now let's answer these questions. So which student uses flashcards? Alice. Alice uses flashcards. Write that here. Which student makes a new set of notes? Tamara makes a new set of notes. Write that there. And number 3, which student starts studying the night before the exam? Ken starts studying the night before the exam. So that's it. Yo entiendo que Google Classroom dice ejercicio C, no te preocupes de ejercicio C.